If you think tossing and turning at night is just part of getting older, you need to hear this. A 72-year-old man named Robert lived alone in Arizona. His health was good, his diet decent, and he walked every day. But for 2 years, he couldn't sleep more than 3 hours at a time. He tried melatonin, meditation, even expensive pillows, but nothing worked. Until one night, while visiting his daughter in Vermont during winter, he did something simple that he wore warm socks to bed and cracked the window open just a bit. He woke up 8 hours later, refreshed for the first time in years. That one night led him down a path that completely transformed how he sleeps. And what he discovered is now backed by leading sleep experts across the world. Your body has a built-in system to help you fall asleep and stay asleep. But it doesn't start in your mind, it starts in your temperature. And for seniors, mastering that temperature balance, warm feet, cool room, could be the most important sleep change you'll ever make. In this video, we're going to reveal the science behind your body's thermal sleep switch, why temperature matters more after 60, and how simple changes to your bedroom setup could dramatically improve your sleep quality, brain clarity, and energy the next day. Because the truth is, after 60, your body doesn't regulate temperature like it used to. And this affects not only how easily you fall asleep, but how deeply your brain and body can rest once you do. Before we dive in, if you care about elderly reflections, senior health, and real-life wisdom to help you sleep better and live better, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. It means more than you know, and I'd love to know, where are you watching from today? Now let's begin with what really happens when you fall asleep, something most people have never heard. See, your body needs to cool down in order to sleep. Yes, cool down. Your internal body temperature drops about 1 to 2 degrees Fahrenheit as you transition into deep sleep. This is part of the circadian rhythm, your natural clock. That drop in core temperature signals the brain that it's time to rest. But here's the catch. The skin, especially your hands and feet, needs to warm up for that cooling process to begin. It sounds strange, but think about it. Ever noticed how your feet get cold right before bed, and you just can't get comfortable? That's your body failing to send heat outward, so your core stays too warm, and your sleep cycle doesn't activate. A study published in Nature found that warming the feet before bed, using socks or a hot water bottle, helped participants fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. It's especially true in seniors, whose blood circulation isn't as strong as it once was. Dr. Eus van Sameren, a renowned sleep researcher from the Netherlands Institute for Neuroscience, says, "People think sleep is about shutting down. But the truth is, it's about a very active change in body temperature regulation. The skin heats, the core cools, and the mind drifts." Now here's where the second part comes in. Your room needs to stay cool, ideally between 60 to 67 degrees F, 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. This cooler environment supports that internal cooling process and keeps your brain in deeper sleep stages, including slow-wave sleep, which is crucial for memory retention and immune repair. Think about it like this. Your brain is like a phone. During sleep, it's updating, clearing junk files, running maintenance. But if your body is too warm, especially in older adults, that repair mode gets disrupted. In fact, research shows that seniors sleeping in overly warm rooms experience more nighttime awakenings, lower melatonin levels, and higher risk of early cognitive decline. This is especially important for those over 65. Let's go back to Robert. When he changed two simple things, wearing thermal socks and lowering the room temp, his sleep began to shift. He didn't just fall asleep faster. He stayed asleep longer. He stopped waking up drenched in sweat or freezing at 2 a.m. And his energy during the day improved noticeably. And it wasn't a one-off miracle. In a 2018 sleep trial in Germany, researchers tracked two groups of seniors. One group slept in standard bedding. The other used light breathable blankets and maintained room temps below 67 degrees Fahrenheit, while keeping their feet warm. After 2 weeks, the second group reported 38% fewer nighttime awakenings, 41 minutes more deep sleep on average, less stiffness and fatigue in the morning. Why? Because the combination of a cool room and warm feet allows the body to release heat from the core through the extremities, helping you drift into sleep more naturally. Now some people hear this and say, I already feel cold at night, how can a cool room help? The answer is simple, you want your skin to feel cozy, not your core. Bundle up lightly, use socks or a warm water bottle near the feet, but keep the air around you cool. Heavy blankets and high thermostat temps may feel good at first, but they actually trap body heat and disrupt your brain's natural sleep phases. One more example, Martha, 74, from Wisconsin. For years, she'd wake up sweating, then feel chilled by dawn. She thought it was hormone-related or just age. Turns out, her bedroom stayed at 72-74 degrees Fahrenheit overnight. Once she dropped it to 65 degrees Fahrenheit and wore soft alpaca socks, her sleep stabilized. Her daughter said, Mom stopped nodding off at breakfast. She was herself again. This isn't just about comfort. It's about longevity. Multiple studies now link chronic sleep deprivation in older adults to elevated Alzheimer's risk, high blood pressure, weakened immunity, faster muscle loss, mood swings and depression. And all of these can be made worse, or better, based on one overlooked factor, the temperature of your sleeping environment. So tonight, take a moment to feel the air in your bedroom. Are you sleeping in what feels good? Or what's actually right for your body's sleep cycle? That small shift could be the reason you finally wake up not just rested, but alive. Coming up, we'll break down more about how temperature affects melatonin release, how seniors can create an ideal bedroom microclimate, and what to do if your partner prefers different sleeping conditions than you do. But everything starts here. Warm your feet, cool your room, and let your body do the rest. You've probably heard the phrase, sleep like a baby. But here's the truth they never tell you. Babies don't just fall asleep because they're tired. They fall asleep because they're warm in the right places, and cool in the right places. And for seniors, this principle becomes even more important. After 60, your body's ability to regulate temperature doesn't work like it used to. Your skin thins, your circulation slows, your core temperature naturally shifts downward, and the hypothalamus, the part of your brain that controls body heat, becomes less responsive. That means you're more likely to feel cold, even when your core is too hot. And if your sleep isn't deep or stable, it's often not because of stress or age, it's because your thermal balance is off. That's exactly what happened to Elena, a retired nurse in her late 60s. She'd wake up 4-5 times a night, throwing the blanket off, then pulling it back on minutes later. It's like my body couldn't decide what temperature it wanted, she said. Her doctor recommended a strange-sounding solution. Sleep with your feet warm and your room cool, but avoid heavy bedding and use multiple light layers instead. The result? Within 2 weeks, Elena was sleeping 6 to 7 hours straight. No pills. No tricks. Just thermal regulation. Let's talk about why this works, and how to set up your bedroom to do the same. First, your skin plays a critical role in sleep regulation. It acts like a thermostat, sending temperature signals to your brain. When your feet and hands are warm, blood vessels dilate and help heat escape from your core. That's what lowers your internal temperature and signals the brain. We're safe. It's time to rest. So, if your feet are cold, even if the room feels warm, your brain doesn't get the sleep signal it needs. Dr. Matthew Walker, author of Why We Sleep, explains it like this. Your body must drop its core temperature by about 1 degree Celsius to initiate and maintain sleep. Warm feet help that process by allowing heat to flow away from the center of the body. That's why so many elderly people struggle with sleep when their circulation declines. Even if they're tired, their body doesn't reach the right threshold to fall into deep, restorative stages. But it's not just about feet. Let's move to the second part of the formula, cool air. Research from the National Sleep Foundation shows that the optimal room temperature for deep sleep is between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit, 15.5 to 19.4 degrees Celsius. Yet surveys show that most older adults sleep in bedrooms over 70 degrees Fahrenheit, especially during colder months when the heat is cranked up high. And here's what happens in a warm room. Your heart rate stays slightly elevated. You toss and turn to regulate skin temperature. Melatonin production drops. REM and slow-wave sleep are shortened. You wake up groggy, even after enough hours in bed. Meanwhile, when your room is cool, your brain can enter slow-wave sleep faster. That's the deep phase where memory consolidation, hormone balancing, and cellular repair all happen. Think of it like this. Sleep isn't just rest, it's a biological renovation process. And your body can't do major renovations if it's overheating. Let's look at what you can do tonight to support this natural process. First, layer, don't smother. Instead of piling on one heavy blanket, use 2-3 light layers. That way your body can self-regulate better. You stay warm without overheating, and you can remove or add a layer as needed, without waking up completely. Choose breathable fabrics like cotton, bamboo, or wool blends. Avoid thick synthetic materials that trap heat. Second, keep socks next to your bed, always. If you ever wake up in the middle of the night with cold feet, put them on right away. Warm toes dilate blood vessels and can trigger sleepiness again within minutes. Pro tip? Use socks made of natural fibers like merino wool. They're warm, moisture-wicking, and allow your skin to breathe. Third, crack a window, even in winter. A small flow of fresh air, even for 20 minutes before bed, helps lower room temperature and improves oxygen levels. Many seniors in colder climates report better sleep simply by airing out the room nightly. If it's too cold outside, try lowering your thermostat to 65 degrees Fahrenheit 1 hour before sleep. Fourth, cool your pillow. The head radiates a lot of body heat. If you tend to wake up sweaty or with a hot neck, switch to a cooling pillow, or flip your regular one midway through the night. Better yet, keep an extra one beside the bed, so you can rotate without disturbing your rest. Fifth, avoid late-night heaters and electric blankets. While they may feel comforting at first, they can actually backfire. Artificial heat sources, especially under the covers, can disrupt the body's cooling rhythm and prevent deep sleep. If you do use an electric blanket, turn it off right before you get into bed. After consistently sleeping with warm socks and a cooler bedroom, he didn't just feel more rested, he started remembering his dreams again. I forgot what it felt like to wake up clear, he said. And that's the key for seniors. Clarity. We're not just talking about energy or comfort, we're talking about the brain. Sleep is when your brain clears waste proteins linked to dementia, reorganizes memories and thoughts, rebuilds neurotransmitters, balances emotional health. Without proper temperature cues, this restoration doesn't happen fully, and over time, it can speed up cognitive decline. In fact, a 2022 study from UC Berkeley showed that senior adults who reported consistent cool sleep environments had 20–30% better performance on memory and reaction tests the next day, compared to those who slept in rooms over 70 degrees Fahrenheit. But let's not forget the emotional side of this, too. Many seniors associate bedtime with frustration. They dread the moment they'll lie awake again. They fear waking up every hour. They miss the days when sleep was easy. But you don't have to accept that struggle. Because sleep isn't gone, it's just waiting for the right environment to return. Warm feet, cool air, natural materials, a little preparation, a little consistency. These are not luxuries. These are the foundation of your restoration. Coming up next, we'll look at the role of bedtime routines, light exposure, and mental associations that affect your thermal regulation, and how to build an environment that gently tells your body, you're safe. You can rest now. Because sleep, especially after 60, isn't just about getting through the night, it's about protecting the years ahead. You've probably heard people say, sleep is medicine. But for those of us after 60, it's more than medicine, it's memory, mood, mobility, and meaning. And now you know something most seniors never get told. Sleep begins long before you get into bed. It begins the moment you start preparing your body's internal thermostat to let go. Because when your body doesn't feel safe, it won't sleep. And when your environment sends mixed signals, like a warm room, cold feet, or sudden blasts of heat, your brain stays alert. On guard. Lightly dozing, but never resting. That's why even 8 hours in bed can feel like you barely slept, But now, let's complete the picture. You've got the formula: warm feet, cool room. But how do you lock it in night after night? How do you teach your body that sleep is safe again? It starts with rhythm. Seniors often lose natural sleep rhythm because they retire, stop commuting, or no longer have the daily patterns that used to regulate their clock. But your brain is still looking for those signals. So each evening, about 1-2 hours before bed, start sending the cues. This day is closing. It's time to slow down. It's time to cool. Step 1. Begin by dimming the lights. Use lamps instead of overhead bulbs. Switch from blue tone lights to soft yellow or amber. This reduces stimulation and lets your brain begin producing melatonin, your natural sleep hormone. Step 2. Create a warm down, not just a wind down. Take a warm shower or soak your feet in a basin of warm water. This gently dilates blood vessels in the feet and helps heat escape from your core. It's a signal your body understands deeply. And it's one of the most reliable ways to fall asleep faster. Step 3. Dress for thermal balance. Wear breathable, long-sleeve pajamas made from cotton or bamboo. Add soft socks or leg warmers if your feet tend to get cold. Avoid tight elastic bands that restrict blood flow. This setup traps just enough heat in the extremities while still letting your core cool. You'll feel cozy without overheating. Step 4. Regulate your bedroom climate. If you live in a humid region, use a dehumidifier to help the air feel lighter and more breathable. If your home runs hot, a quiet fan or window crack can create airflow without chilling you. Thermostats are helpful, but what matters more is how your body feels. Keep a thermometer nearby. Monitor the difference between air temp and surface temp. Experiment. Remember, your goal isn't to be cold. It's to let your body cool naturally, not artificially. Step 5. Anchor your mind. When the lights are out and the room is quiet, that's when racing thoughts begin. That's when the loneliness creeps in. That's when many seniors lie there, wide awake, feeling like sleep is far away. This is where elderly wisdom comes in. Try repeating a grounding phrase, softly, silently. I am safe. My body is resting. I let this day go. Or repeat a favorite quote, prayer, or line of poetry. Not to force sleep, but to soothe the mind. This simple act helps your nervous system calm. It reduces adrenaline. It releases tension. And it reminds your brain that night is not a threat, it's a gift. Let me tell you about Jean, 79, from Pennsylvania. She'd been struggling with nighttime anxiety for years. Her sleep was light, interrupted, and full of restlessness. Her daughter suggested a new nightly ritual. Warm herbal tea, heated socks, and listening to an old jazz record, while writing down one moment she was grateful for that day. That became her rhythm. 2 months later, Jean said, I still wake up sometimes. But now I fall back asleep within minutes. It's like my body trusts night again. That's the power of rhythm. Of preparation. Of creating a space where sleep doesn't have to be chased, it just arrives. And don't underestimate the long-term effects. According to research from Harvard Medical School, seniors who consistently maintain bedroom temperatures between 60 and 66 degrees Fahrenheit, while using thermal support for their extremities, report better sleep efficiency, daytime energy, cognitive clarity, emotional stability. One study even found a 28% reduction in markers linked to chronic inflammation, which is a key factor in aging-related decline. Think about that. A lower thermostat and a pair of warm socks could help reduce the very inflammation that ages your brain and body. Let's talk about couples for a moment, because this is where things get tricky. What if your spouse or partner prefers a warmer room? What if they toss off the covers while you're freezing? The answer is to create separate thermal zones. Use twin-sized duvets on a shared bed, one thick, one light. That way, each person can regulate their warmth without disturbing the other. And don't be afraid to sleep with a light hat or head wrap if you lose heat quickly. Seniors can lose up to 20% of body warmth through the head, especially in cooler environments. A simple knit cap, soft and breathable, can make all the difference. Now here's one last piece of advice, something that comes not from doctors, but from real seniors living well into their 80s and 90s. Don't fight the night. Befriend it. Because sometimes, the moment you stop trying so hard to sleep, is when sleep finds you again. When you treat night as sacred, when you give your body what it needs, warmth, coolness, quiet, kindness. You're not just getting through another bedtime, you're restoring your memory. You're protecting your heart. You're honoring your years. So tonight, pull on those socks. Crack the window just a little. Let the chill dance on your face while your body sinks into rest. Because your brain isn't waiting for another pill. It's waiting for the right temperature, the right rhythm, the right care. And when you give it that, you don't just sleep longer. You live stronger. If this video helped you or reminded you of something you've experienced, please like this video and subscribe. It means the world to us, and it helps more people discover practical ways to improve senior health, draw on elderly reflections, and live fully with dignity and peace. And before you go, leave a comment and tell us, where are you watching from? And how do you sleep these days? Your wisdom, your story, it might be exactly what another senior needs to hear. Sleep well tonight. You've earned it.